What happened?
President Rayburn died 4 minutes ago.
Who?
We don't have much time. McKenna has intel we can't afford to lose.
Your theory.
Alright folks, get ready because October 2025 is stacked with some of the boldest Netflix drops we've seen all year. From chilling true crime to gritty assassins, political thrillers, and even the return of Geralt in The Witcher, this lineup has it all. Trust me, you're gonna want to binge every single one of these. So please subscribe to my channel, grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and let's dive into the 10 insane Netflix series and movies dropping this October that you absolutely can't miss. Monster, the Ed Gein story, October 3rd, 2025.
Take your time, sweet boy.
I'd like to show you something worse.
Kicking things off, we've got Monster, the Ed Gein story. If you've watched Netflix's Monster series before, you already know they don't shy away from some of the darkest corners of true crime. First, it was Dahmer, then the Menendez brothers, and now Ed Gein, a man so notorious his crimes practically shaped modern horror movies like Psycho, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs. What makes this season particularly chilling is how close it sticks to the terrifying real-life story. We're not just seeing the crimes, we're seeing how one man's brutality became the twisted inspiration for decades of horror fiction. Honestly, it's the kind of story that crawls under your skin and lingers long after the credits roll. For me, this is a must-watch. It's dark, disturbing, and exactly the kind of series that keeps people glued to Netflix for days. Just maybe don't watch it alone at night. Number 9. Steve, October 3rd, 2025.
These are extraordinarily complex young people.
Next up is something a lot quieter but no less intense. Steve, starring Cillian Murphy. Murphy plays a head teacher at a reform school, desperately trying to hold everything together: his school, his students, and maybe most of all, his own sanity. At first glance, it does sound like one of those classic teacher saves troubled students dramas we've all seen before. But let's be real, when you put someone like Cillian Murphy in the role, you know it's not going to be cliche. His ability to balance quiet vulnerability with explosive intensity could make this one of the year's best character-driven dramas. Personally, I'm really curious about this one. Netflix has had a shaky year when it comes to big hits, but Steve feels like they're shot at some awards buzz. If Murphy brings even half of what he gave us in Oppenheimer, this could be something special. Number 8. Nero the Assassin, October 8th, 2025.
Je suis le meilleur assassin de Martine.
Now we're heading all the way back to 1504 with Nero the Assassin. This series follows a legendary killer in France who suddenly discovers that his estranged daughter's life is in danger, and even though he barely knows her, he's forced into a deadly mission to protect her. What I love about this setup is the emotional hook. Sure, we've all seen assassins cut through armies of enemies before, but seeing one risk it all for family? That hits differently.
Je ne connais pas sa gamine.
Arrête, c'est ton père!
It's not just about blood and blades, it's about redemption, sacrifice, and maybe even forgiveness. For me, Nero the Assassin feels like it has huge potential. 8 episodes of historical grit, family drama, and bloody showdowns? Yeah, I'm all in for that ride. Number 7. The Woman in Cabin 10, October 10th, 2025. At number 7, we've got The Woman in Cabin 10. This psychological thriller is based on Ruth Ware's best-selling novel, and it stars Keira Knightley as a travel journalist who sees something shocking: a passenger being thrown overboard during a luxury cruise. The twist? When she reports it, everyone's accounted for. No one's missing, which leaves us, and her, asking, did it really happen, or was it all in her head? That's the kind of paranoia-driven thriller I absolutely love, where you can't tell what's real and every character seems suspicious. Personally, I think this could be one of Netflix's sleeper hits. Keira Knightley has the acting chops to carry that slow burn dread, and the whole trapped on a ship with no way out vibe? Yeah, that's nightmare fuel in the best way.
Number 6. Splinter Cell Death Watch, October 14th, 2025.
We don't have much time. McKenna has intel we can't afford to lose.
Coming in at number 6 is something I know gamers have been waiting for: Splinter Cell Death Watch. Based on the Tom Clancy video games, this animated series follows Sam Fisher, voiced by Liev Schreiber, who's pulled back into action after retirement when a wounded operative shows up at his door. Now, here's where it gets exciting. This isn't just another adaptation. It's created by Derek Kolstad, the mind behind John Wick and Nobody. So yeah, expect slick action, brutal takedowns, and a whole lot of spy thriller energy. For me, this is one of the most promising animated projects of the year. If they nail the gritty espionage vibe while keeping the fast-paced, close-quarters action of the games, I think fans and newcomers alike are going to eat this up. Number 5. The Diplomat Season 3, October 16th, 2025.
Hal, listen to me. Say as little as possible. Do you hear me?
What happened? President Rayburn died 4 minutes ago.
Who was he talking?
At number 5, we've got the return of The Diplomat. This series has been one of Netflix's most talked about political thrillers, and Season 3 is shaping up to be just as messy, just as addictive. The new season picks up with Kate, the US ambassador to the UK, as she finds herself caught in another whirlwind of political intrigue. Only this time, the stakes are even higher, between her complicated relationship with the new president and the international crises piling up.
My husband, President Rayburn, was on the phone with Hal.
It looks like she's about to be tested like never before. Personally, I think The Diplomat hits that sweet spot between prestige drama and binge-worthy entertainment. It's got the tension, the betrayal, the sharp writing, everything you need to keep clicking next episode. Number 4. A House of Dynamite, October 24th, 2025.
I always thought just being ready is the point. They see how prepared we are. No one starts a nuclear war.
At number 4 is one I'm really excited about, A House of Dynamite. Kathryn Bigelow, the Oscar-winning director behind The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, returns after 8 years with this political thriller. The story follows White House staffers scrambling to respond to an impending missile strike on America. And if you've seen Bigelow's past work, you already know she thrives in tense, high-pressure scenarios where every second counts. Expect sweat, arguments, and some very difficult choices. For me, this feels like the kind of movie that reminds us why Bigelow is one of the best at what she does. If this hits the same way The Hurt Locker did, we're in for something truly powerful. Number 3. Ballad of a Small Player, October 29th, 2025.
Gambling capital of the universe. Knockout games can change your life in an instant.
Sliding in at number 3, we've got Ballad of a Small Player. This psychological thriller follows a high-stakes gambler in Macau who's drowning in debt and trying to keep a low profile. But of course, his past won't stay buried. What makes this so exciting is the team behind it. It's directed by Edward Berger, the same mind behind All Quiet on the Western Front. Add Colin Farrell in the lead role, and you've got a film that's practically dripping with atmosphere and tension.
My name is Doyle. Lord Doyle.
Personally, I love the mix of noir, psychological suspense, and the glamorous yet dangerous casino backdrop. This one looks like it's gonna be as stylish as it is haunting.
Number 2. The Witcher Season 4, October 30th, 2025.
You've spent a lifetime battling monsters and men.
At number 2, we've got a huge one, The Witcher Season 4. This is the season where Liam Hemsworth officially steps into Geralt's boots, taking over from Henry Cavill. The story sees Geralt separated from Yennefer and Ciri, with each of them facing their own battles across the continent. And with the series already confirming a 5th and final season, you can feel that everything's building toward one massive conclusion.
You're serious.
Now, I'll be honest, it's hard to see anyone else as Geralt after Cavill, but I'm curious to see what Hemsworth brings to the role. If he can capture that mix of gruff charm and monster-slaying grit, this could be the fresh spark the show needs. Number 1, Amsterdam Empire, October 30th, 2025.
Jackie, kijk hier naar een foto van jou met Marlijn Hoff.
Geide bitch.
Ben je nou helemaal gek geworden voor een scharrel?
Finally, at number 1, we've got Amsterdam Empire. This Dutch crime drama dives into the world of a coffee shop empire on the brink of collapse. And trust me, this isn't your average gangster show. It's got that European grit with a focus on family, loyalty, and betrayal. What really interests me here is the setup. Coffee shops might not sound dangerous at first, but when you tie it to power, money, and organized crime, suddenly you've got a world full of corruption and violence just waiting to explode. Personally, I think this could be one of those hidden gems that catches people off guard. It's got the crime drama edge, the family dynamics, and just enough uniqueness to stand out from all the other gangster stories out there. It's October. From the haunting monster, the Ed Gein story, to the high-stakes thrills of Ballad of a Small Player, and of course, The Witcher's much-anticipated Season 4, this month is jam-packed. Which of these are you most excited for? Drop your pick in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this with your fellow binge watchers, and subscribe so you never miss the next countdown. Until next time, happy streaming and stay binging!